Now, I don't know about y'all, but if my faux locks ain't past my butt, those to me are considered starter locks. So I'm going to be showing you how to double the 24-inch Maverick Locs from Janet Collection and make them 48 inches long. This technique is super easy and quick, only taking about 3 to 4 hours to complete, and even better, it only cost me about $80. So if you want to see how I do it, keep watching. Welcome back to my channel, guys. This is the Maverick Locs from Janet Collection in the color 1B. They are 24 inches and I bought these quite a while ago and finally had a chance to install them. Now, I did end up having to get some more packs, and for some reason it was so hard to find. I don't know if this is because they're super popular. Just so you know, I was able to find a few in one of my favorite Brooklyn beauty supply stores. So I'm just showing you the inside of the lock. When doing individual crochet locks, it's easier to install them when the inside is hollow, but in this case, it's a twist with hair wrapped around it, which makes this crochet a little difficult, but not impossible. So I parted out the top section that was going to be the crisscross parts, and yes, I know it's crooked. Some things have not changed this new year, okay? Probably crooked, but I'm going to part out all the sections for the individual locks and braid those up. In total, I had about 25 parts. Now, 25 might sound like a little bit, but since I doubled it, I feel like it ended up being the perfect amount for my head. Initially, when I started doing my hair, I was going to leave the locks as is, meaning just leave them at the 24 inches, but I quickly changed my mind. To crochet them in, I just used a crochet hook, created the knot by pulling my hair and the lock through the hole of the lock. But after I did that first one, I was like, this is giving very much high school, and then that's when I decided, let's figure out how to make them longer. So to make my parts really crisp, I used some edge booster at the roots, then put the crochet hook through my hair, hooked the lock, and pulled everything through. I then proceeded to start wrapping my braid in between the twist within the lock. Now, after a while, it was getting a little tough to wrap it, so I ended up pushing the crochet hook through the middle in order to pull my braid straight through. We're on to the fun part. Here is how we're going to extend these locks, and there's really two ways that you can do this. So the first way, you can take another lock, place it at the end of the already crocheted lock, then measure where you want your hair to eventually end. You're going to separate the crocheted lock up until where you stop that other lock. And I hope you guys are still with me. I know that was not that many steps, but I do feel like it was a mouthful. And I hope that I explained that to where you guys actually understand what I'm doing. So now you have two separate sections. So taking one section, you're going to begin wrapping it down around the attached lock. So that's basically locking in that lock to the other lock. And for the other section, you're going to wrap that upwards. So you are locking that lock in, pop, lock and drop it. No, you're locking that lock in upwards and downwards. So it really shouldn't go anywhere. And you want to make sure that you're wrapping in the direction of the lock, or it will get frizzy because you'll be going against the natural direction of it. Once you finish wrapping both sides, you're just going to rub the lock between your hands like Stevie J, and bam, you're done. Now for the second way, instead of putting the lock on and separating the sections, you're going to separate the sections first. Then you're going to place the lock on one of the two sections and then tie those two sections together like you're tying a shoelace, minus the bow tie. You can double tie it if you want to make it even more secure, but it's definitely not necessary. Once you've done that knot, then you can go ahead and start wrapping the sections in their opposite directions. Now, when wrapping, you want to try to cover up the knots, and to do this, I wrapped over it maybe 3 to 4 times. Again, once you finish, you're just going to rub that lock between your hands, and that just really locks in that wrapping. If you're wondering how secure these connecting locks are, make sure to keep watching until the end to see me test them out. And this is what they end up looking like. They look so freaking good. If you can't tell where the locks are connected, make sure to tap that thumbs up button because the girls are saving you money and getting length in the process. Like, we're getting the best of both worlds here. Now it's time to do the crisscrosses, which is honestly pretty self-explanatory, so I'm not going to talk too much and just let you guys enjoy. Some tips though that I have to add. Now, I normally do take out my edges when doing styles like this just because I want to make sure I'm saving those and not putting them in the rubber bands. We already have enough stressing us out with this life that we live. We do not need a hairstyle to be another one of them. This is absolutely a hairstyle that you do not need to use heat. Edge Booster will have your parts looking sleek and put together, honey.
Not me talking and I wasn't recording. All right, y'all, so I finished with my parts. As y'all know, or if you has watched in previous videos, I don't have that much like parting space on my head. Like I got a big head, but I got a little space for actual hair to go. So that's why I didn't do as many crisscrossy parts as possible, because I just don't have enough space for that. Like they would be this big, and then I don't want the stress on my edges or just on my hair. The front of your hair is like very weak, so I didn't want to, you know, mess it up like that. So in total though, I am using 8 packs of hair. So I did buy the other 2. I just gotta figure out how I want to put them on, because these are a little thick. Some of the ones back here were a little thick, and I did just wrap it with some crochet hair, but I don't know if it's gonna look the same. So I'm gonna try to do a couple of them just like as I just envisioned in my head. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to put them on and then just end up wrapping them. So I got 8 left. I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be so cute. It's coming together. It's coming together.
I absolutely love the style of these locks, and I feel like these brands are coming out with so many lock variations, which I have done a few, which you can check out in the upper right hand corner. Since these last few braids are a lot thicker, it was really tough to get the locks on. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I did have to have a little bit of patience, and I eventually got them all on.
You don't have to do this, but I just feel like these top ones just look very not lock-like. So I'm just gonna wrap a little bit of hair over it. It's getting late. Why you gotta be here? Yeah, it's getting late, so I'm just gonna try to wrap this up because your girl got work in the morning. All right, guys, so I'm finished, but you know I gotta do the final look. But I will say that this is motherfucking out. Once I get my edges together, we will be, you know, ready to go, ready and raring. But I have been wanting to do a protective style for the longest. Like, I love doing my wigs and love doing my weaves, and yes, they are protective styles as well, but they are just so hard to upkeep, and I'm tired. I'm sick and tired, and I want to do like fashion videos and hauls for you guys, and I'm just like, oh, my hair's not done. Well, I don't got nobody to braid it. Well, my braids look bad. Well, the wigs came off in the middle of the night. Like, I just, not that that's happened, but that just be going through my head because I'm just like, I don't want to put on a wig. I got to be in the mood for it. And y'all know exactly what I mean. Like, you're not always in the mood to wear a wig. But I'm rambling. I was like, let me go back to some locks. And these, the length, guys, the length on these, do you see this? Child, the length on these, immaculate. Let me tell y'all, I did that because them baby locks that I was trying to do, them starter locks that Janet Collection was trying to throw at us, no honey, we had to upgrade it. So I'm definitely happy that I doubled the locks up because now the length is giving grown, it's giving 6 feet, okay? It's giving everything that we needed to give because them 24 inches was not doing nothing. That is for wigs and weaves. We need to look like we've been growing these out for couple years. I'm just kidding. I'm just so happy that these came out so well. I'm obsessed. And especially with the makeup, girl. So excited. As far as my thoughts on the hair so far, I've had it in for about 2 days now. I do feel like it's gotten super frizzy. It's like really easy, and I've been tying it up, braiding it up, going to sleep with my bonnet on and all that, and I still feel like it's gotten frizzy. There's some locks that they, like crochet locks, that they just need to be crocheted. Like, they're not meant to have anything wrapped in them, and these are those types of locks because on the inside, it's not like an inside, it's not hollow. There is a twist inside with hair wrapped around it. Let me give y'all an up close view of these. So some of them I did wrap, as you guys know, but most of them you can't tell where I knotted it because they're so messy and it just looks like it's part of the lock, which is what we want. Like, we don't want nobody knowing that we done tied 2 locks together. Okay, we want people thinking we paid for these long locks and that was just that on that. Okay, they do snag on each other a little bit, if you can kind of see. This is the back. As far as the connecting parts, I haven't had any real issues of like it coming undone. They feel really secure, like they are not separating. And I do feel like the knotting definitely makes me feel a little bit more secure. But the ones that I did not knot, which are the ones in the back, which I just wrapped, they're pretty, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's pretty solid. Like, it's not going nowhere. So as long as you do a good job of wrapping it and making sure you wrap it real tight, then you shouldn't have any problems. Leave some comments down below, of course, if you love this hair, if you love this hair on me, if you're gonna try this style. And if you do try this style, make sure to tag me in it because I would love to see how it comes out on y'all. Okay, I know it's gonna be beautiful. Beautiful. I know it's gonna be beautiful because we are beautiful. Yeah. I hope that you guys like this tutorial. If you want more videos like this, let me know down below. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted when I post new videos, and thumbs this video up because you know we love to see Shayna doing protective styles. Before you go, make sure to share this with your friends, your family, your homegirls, your homeboys, your coworkers, your neighbors, your gynecologists, your pediatricians, your doctors, your aunties, your cousins, lawyers, whoever you want to share with them, because we know we need to get this video on and popping, okay, and blow it up. And that's just on period, okay? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for the 5th time today. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.